With that 20 stack, if my bro see that, you ain't getting that back. And I ain't gonna lie, more time, I don't wanna rap. Keisha got more bodies than gang, and I bet you she's still gonna cap. Slim thing with a waist, can I look like Kyle look Ray? More time with her face on L look me. Can't get caught up town with big.
Hey, what's good, people? What is good? What is good? Welcome to MGTV. It's your boy Rhino. We are live and alive. This is the Offside Trap. Hold on, I've done the wrong overlay. What's going on here? What's going on here? There we go. There we go. Yes. What's good, my guy Traps? My boyo.
What you saying, man?
We're here, man. We're here, man. You know what it is, yeah? Obviously, I just come back from holiday. And for some reason, I'm still a bit lit. I don't know. But then I remembered Sunday, I was just intoxicated off the Liverpool tears. Intoxicated. Yacked. I'm stumbling. I did the wrong layouts at the start of the video. I'm all over the place, mate. And listen, let me make this clear, yeah? I'm celebrating shamelessly the fact that we stopped their quad. I'm not celebrating the direction of United because I don't believe in the direction. That's a fact. We stopped their quad. So hold that, Liverpool. I don't know what Traps thinks, but I'm saying what I feel. Traps is going to say what he feels. That's what the show's good. We speak what we individually feel, if we agree or disagree. You feel me? Liverpool, hold that. And I've got a special message for Klopp, you know, all of his antics in the press conferences. Do you know what you deserve, Klopp? Serious foul play. Red card. Red card for you, Klopp. You let this fraud Ten Hag beat you in the FA Cup. And you're busy there fat shaming. But anyway, over to you, Traps. What are you saying, bro? How you feel? I ain't spoken to you since Sunday. Obviously, we've had a few messages in the group chat. But what are you actually feeling? You look like you don't really care. I hate Liverpool, so respectfully, you know what I mean? What are you saying, though?
Do you know what it is for me? Obviously, I was gonna take a break off of social media. I thought to myself, bro, the way things are going now, with everyone's opinions and the agendas flying left, right, and center, I was like, bro, I can't cope with this, man. This is crazy, bro. But yeah, I'm not celebrating no stopping of no quad, no nothing.
I hear that.
At the end of the day, like, I'm on this Brailsford thing, yeah. I'm sitting there, I'm performance-based now. Yeah. Well, I've been performance-based from the jump. And at the end of the day, yeah, if you want to stop the quad, my thing is, you want to stop the quad, you do it in the league. We got them in the league in a few weeks. That's when you stop the quad, yeah? This one here for me was a must-win game. Now we must win this cup. It's as simple as that, yeah? And I know people are saying, oh, that means Ten Hag will keep his job. Listen, the last manager that won the FA Cup got his ass sacked, yeah? Simple as that. But, so, for me, yeah, this had to be a must-win game. And we won it in extraordinary fashion. A lot of agendas been agendaring, yeah. Yeah, I just I'm not really with this whole stop the quad stuff and all this extra stuff that's going on here. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But my team, we're going to Wembley again. Obviously, I'm not taking Coventry for no dickheads, because obviously you know what happened with Newport. Newport nearly gave us what the beauty of the FA Cup is. So for me, yeah, we're through to the next round, which is the semi-finals. We're going to Wembley. Let's get to the final. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Now,
I hear that.
I'm in this zone where it's nothing personal. There's no feelings. It's just business now.
Just business, yeah. Nah, I hear that, man. I hear that. I respect that, Traps, man. And I noticed that you've been feeling away in terms of people's opinions and stuff, you know, and just I see. I know where you're coming from. We're in a kind of toxic kind of space right now, where it's like, you know, there's certain agendas running. You
No,
know,
people push agendas, but don't worry,
Yeah.
Rhino. I've got my own agendas to push, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference between my agendas, like I said, it's got nothing to do with feelings. It's got to do with straight facts.
Yeah, results. You're on this Brailsford thing. I hear it.
People pushing things and saying things without no context, or saying things what they believe because they believe that certain things shouldn't be certain ways, but it's just how they feel. It's not because basically what they're seeing or what they're thinking about. It's just how they feel. And I ain't got time for the emotion right now. There's no time for no emotions. Yeah, let's get this down to business, because right now Man United are in a good position. This week went very well for Man United. Yeah. Villa dropped points, Spurs dropped points. Then it was over to them to go and beat Liverpool, stay in the cup, and obviously go into the international break, have a little break now. And when it gets back, it's now time for you to start thinking about winning this trophy and qualifying for that Champions League. And I know people, like I said, I'm not the biggest Ten Hag fan. I feel like his management has been poor. But at the end of the day, if he does what he does, I'm not going to push my agenda that I want him out, because I want him out. I genuinely believe now is that it's a situation like this, is that I don't think he's good enough. But I feel like these people that have invested their money, if they don't think he's good enough, even if he gets his next year or whatever he gets, they're going to run this club how they want to run this club, and he will get found out eventually.
Yeah, facts, man. I agree with that. You know what? Yeah. So, what in terms of how the game went? Yeah, like, what are your thoughts on, like, what do you? So obviously you don't really care about the fact you care, but you're not overhyping it. So, what do you think? What do you take from that game in terms of performances? Like Amad Diallo scoring the last minute goal, certain parts of Kobe Mainoo's performances and that. What kind of positives do you take in terms of individual players that we do rate? What positives are you taking from that?
Well, Ahmad showed that he deserves more minutes. He's shown that. The two cameos that he's put in, he's been effective. Obviously, Nottingham Forest one was obviously a defeat, but nevertheless he came in, showed his quality. He showed his quality again. And I've said this before. I said Ahmad got Solskjaer out of jail a couple of times, and now he's done it for Ten Hag. So realistically now, I mean, I saw a video of Ten Hag not very impressed when he wasn't celebrating when Ahmad scored the goal. And I mean, a lot of people.
I saw that as well, Traps. You know, but then I saw another video.
Try and twist it.
Yeah, but I saw another video of him celebrating as well.
A lot of people try and twist it to the fact that he saw him take off his shirt, and maybe that's what it is. He knew he was going to get a red card, so he's probably fuming about that, about not knowing about. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But that's probably the coldest finish that you would ever see to a game ever. Guy scores the goal, takes off his tops, takes off his top, and walks down the tunnel, not looking back. My work here is done.
Epic.
So respect to Ahmad, innit? Because like I said, Ahmad is a player who I've rated for a long time, and I do think he deserves a praise for what he done, and obviously his input towards the back end of the game. Kobe Mainoo, like I said, I've been very, very reserved on my praise of Kobe Mainoo, because, but he seems to me, he seems to me like he's a good player. I never said he wasn't a good player, but I just feel like he just needs to stay grounded, learn his trade properly, and obviously over time get better and better, because we're hearing talks about generational this and generational that. He is a good player, and he's looking very good, but. At the end of the day, it's still early days for me. And you know what I mean? We've seen what happens when the lights of the fame and the accolades get to players like Dele Alli, and that these players are now 27 years old and can't even get a game in an Everton team that is basically fighting relegation. So I mean, my days of doing that is done. Like, I need to see. I'm not one of them. I'm not going to just get behind players. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to criticize them. But I'm not gonna get behind players and start hyping them and saying, doing the comparisons and all this extra stuff that people are doing, because it's not needed at the end of the day. It's not needed. Kobe Minor doesn't need it. And at the end of the day, we're not in a position to be talking doing any comparisons or whatnot. We just, that he's one of the good things that have come out of this season, and I'm happy for him, mate. But he had a great game. But there's one person in particular, Rhino, that I want to talk about. Yeah, there's one person that I want to talk about, because a lot of people have this agenda, for Scott McTominay. Scott not
Speak about it, Traps.
They have this agenda for Scott not good enough. This is what they call this. This is what I'm going to be calling him from now on, right? I want everyone to realize this year is that Scott McTominay was pivotal to that win. Pivotal, yeah? There's no questions, no ifs or buts about it. You don't win that game without Scott McTominay. That's a fact, yeah? You don't win that game without Scott McTominay. And people don't want to admit it. He's the one person, yeah, that people don't want to score for United. They don't want him to contribute. They want him to fail. That is a one guy in that team that Man United fans want to fail, because he's not good enough, apparently. Well, I tell you what Scott McTominay done in that game, right?
Hey, big up the people in the building, man. Smash the likes. We've got 50 people in the building.
First things first. Arrives in the box, right place, right time, yeah. Scores the first goal. Second goes close again, yeah, with a chance. Should have put it away, but nevertheless, it's on target. It's a good save, right? Which is fair enough. But nevertheless, he's in the right place, right time. So he's active. He's causing trouble. Remember, we've got Virgil van Dijk, the greatest in the greatest. Yeah, this guy is terrorizing his box, right? But no one says anything. Everyone concentrates on the fact that he should have put that away. So that's the third one. Sets up Rashford for the 3-3 equalizer. Then we get to the last goal, the winning goal that Ahmad gets all the praise for. If you look closely, when that ball comes in for that corner, yeah, it is Scott McTominay
heads out, innit?
Versus Virgil van Dijk. If Scott McTominay does not win that aerial duel, Virgil van Dijk has a header clear on goal. Now, if he scores that, Scott McTominay is in the bin. Yeah, he's in the bin. He's getting it from all angles. He wins that header, but no one sees that. So Scott McTominay was pivotal in 3 of the goals that Man United have scored. Nobody, has scored 4 goals past Liverpool this season, let alone Scott McTominay, who's not good enough for this club, by the way, to contribute to 3 of them. Now, this is my problem when I was telling people about keeping Scott McTominay, and people think, we've just got to replace him. But see, United fans, when they're ready, they want to turn into accountants, and they want to say, high wages. This and that. Scott McTominay's not on high wages, right? So you can't have that angle with him. But he's not good enough, so maybe you shouldn't play every game. And I'm right, and I'll make you right. But there's these games, and it's not one game now. It's games over the years of Scott McTominay, because we've seen 6 years of Scott McTominay now. It's been since 2018. We've seen 6 years of Scott McTominay. And there's something that keeps on happening with Scott McTominay. When there's a big game, he rises to the occasion. People say, they want to... This is another thing that we do as well. They want to see him, They say to him, we want to see him doing it in all the games or in the other game. But when he does it against Burnley, it's only Burnley. Well, I'll tell you something now. He's done it against Liverpool now. So what are people really going to say? And when I turn around and tell people it's going to cost you, because I was having this conversation with Staffy and all that the other day, right? I said, getting rid of Scott McTominay is going to cost you 60 to 100 million pounds. Yeah? This is what people fail to understand. Selling Scott McTominay for 30 million pounds is not feasible. And I'm going to explain to you why on here, Rhino. So when we take our trip to Mandem Talk on the Wednesday, you can hear the facts. You've got time to do your homework and check this out. Yeah? Scott McTominay, we have a rule, in the Premier League. It's called the homegrown rule, where we have to have 8 players of homegrown players, which means they have to be either, playing in the team from up until under 21 for 3 years. So anyone that's under 21, like the likes of Garnacho, the likes of Kobe Mano, they don't count. So you need to have homegrown talent in your team, and 2 of them have to be from your academy, right? So so we have 9 players. Those 9 players include Tom Heaton and Johnny Evans. Yeah. So without them 2, if Johnny Evans, Heaton doesn't play. So Heaton is no good. He's obsolete. He's just there as a backup, right? So he doesn't play. So Scott McTominay is an active player that will play and can contribute, scores goals, and provides assists. So you take that away, you sell Scott McTominay now. You have to replace him with a homegrown talent. So you have to go and buy a homegrown talent from somewhere else. When they look at this, because we don't know about the English tax and all the extra stuff we're looking at, when a team like Wolves that has 15 players, 15 players, homegrown players, look at that and say, oh, you need one, because if you take Scott McTominay out the team and you don't replace him in one, your squad can only be 24 players, can only be 23 players, because basically, if you've got 5 players, that minuses you 3 players. You can only fill them spaces with homegrown talent. When a club looks at that and says you need to fill them spaces, you can't fill them spaces with nobody else. That 40 million pound player now becomes 60. That now becomes 60. So you turn around and tell me what homegrown talent you are going to replace Scott McTominay with. Yeah. Bearing in mind it's cost, and what budget do you have? 300 million? Because it's going to cost you between 60 and 100. And people think, oh no, he's not worth that. But go and sell him for 30 million and see what you have to do. See what happens. And you've lost your 9 goals, by the way, because he shows that he can score goals. Who's outscoring Scott McTominay in midfield right now? Who's doing that? Because there's no one doing that. But the disrespect is real. Nobody praised him for what he done. He's still not good enough. Get him out the team. So you know what? Like I said, I've given up with United fans. I've given up with you. Have it your way. Because I look at things in a different way. I look at things, I forget what I want, and I look at what's good for the team. Business-wise, how can we get the most out of our team? How can we get the most out of our budgets? How can we get the most going forward? Yeah. But people in the comments and people all around the internet want me to listen to them and want to argue with me when they say back Ten Hag. This is what they say all in one go. They back Ten Hag, Glazers out, we don't trust Ineos. That's the 3 things they say, but they want me to have want me to listen to what they have to say. It's absolute rubbish, mate. Absolute rubbish. And Scott McTominay should remain in this team for as long as possible until we find a suitable homegrown replacement for him. Yeah. Sorry, mate. And anyone feel free to chime in and argue what I'm saying, or rebuttal what I'm saying. But those are the facts. Yeah. Scott McTominay has 9 goals, 3 assists. Yeah, for his club. Yeah, and plenty more for his country. So right now, he's Scottish Player of the Year, and people are going to say, "Oh, Scotland this, Scotland that." Scotland weren't getting to no major tournaments without these man. Yeah, how long has it been since you've seen Scotland at a major tournament up until recently? Yeah. The likes of John McGinn and these man, John McGinn and Scott McTominay and these man, they've been putting their nation on their back, bro. It's time to respect these man, because I don't know what United fans think. But this one's not good enough. You're not good enough. You fans are not good enough. Yeah, you don't want to sit there and get onto Arsenal fans, but you know what the difference between Arsenal fans and United fans are? I can put the Arsenal shirt on my back. They'll tell you that I am good, and they rate man, and they'll get behind man for a certain level. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, I can't even lie to you. What Traps is saying is facts. What he's actually saying is facts. Obviously, I would get rid of McTominay quicker than probably. Do you know what it is? What Traps is saying, people are going to take it out of context, and people are going to look at it like because that's his level.
Look right now, Rhino. You've got this guy, this Chelsea fan saying John McGinn
like the video
is
people
of Traps. It's clear.
Where's that comment? Big up Adam as well. Where's that comment?
We
Yeah,
don't
here you
understand.
go.
Did I do a comparison of Scott McTominay and John McGinn? Learn to open the ears and listen to what's going on, please.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. And let me even break down what Traps is saying. Basically, Traps is basically saying, in terms of the priority of where we're going as a club and what we need to focus on now, there's more value in things that we cuss. There's more value in people like Scott McTominay than we think, basically. So he's not saying that long term he wants to keep him. He's not saying that long term he's going to be the best squad player. He's just saying it's a bit like when people get onto Garnacho for no reason. People are focused on the wrong things. That's basically what Traps is saying. People are focused on the wrong things. Yes, we need to look at the long-term vision of the club, but we need to start thinking smartly. So just because we want to get rid of so many players, it doesn't mean we just get rid of them. We have to do it in a way that makes sense. Okay, you know what? Who can bring more money to us? Okay, cool. Who's somebody that's not going to bring worth? Get rid of him. Let's pay off his wages. Basically, Traps is basically saying that the stick that McTominay gets is unwarranted. And I understand that. I fully understand that. You get
this is
me?
what I mean. This is what I mean. Look at
people
the
get
comments.
triggered.
Yeah, look at the comments. My argument makes no sense because if he sold level is West Ham. So hold a second. His level is West Ham, but he scored 9 goals. He's the second highest goal scorer for this team, right?
Yeah.
For the Man United team. Do you know? And so you're saying that that's his level, but I don't understand. Like when you talk about levels, right?
It doesn't
what is Man United's level that you're talking about? Because this is the problem with Man United.
And on top of that,
Man
Traps,
United,
it doesn't affect how much he's worth. Just because he's West Ham level doesn't mean we can't get 60 mil or 50 mil for him. So that's not what Traps is saying. But go on, Traps, finish off what you're saying.
You said Scott McTominay is the best Scotland player. This is what I'm trying to say. I said he won Scotland Player of the Year. I never said this, you know. These lot don't listen. They don't fucking listen, bro. What is the point of talking to these
you lot are
people?
triggering Traps.
Listen. They don't listen.
Hey, listen. There's 85 people in the building right now. You lot smash the likes. If you're watching on Twitter and Twitch, please head over to Rhino MGTV and like the video on YouTube so that we can build up the algorithm. Every time we're live, you're going to get the notification and it will show the video in more spaces and it'll help the channel progress. Look, me and Traps are live. 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. We're giving you the real, yeah? We're talking the real stuff. Rhino's offside trap. So make sure you like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and please put post notifications on. Smash the likes, people. Listen, I'm with Traps. I wouldn't say I fully agree with every single thing he's saying in the sense where, like, the way I look at McTominay, but it makes sense. And I want the club to move forward. So if I know that we can use McTominay in the best way and then later on we can utilize money out of him, why not? That's the best thing. If I know that,
the problem you have is replacing him, bro. That's the problem that you have to replace.
Yeah.
Like you have to replace him. Yeah?
Okay, Traps, answer this question.
It's not in the question.
Strawberry Milk says, "Am I in Bizarro land? Have we forgotten the last 3 years where Scott could not pass or hold a ball and went missing?" Address this, Traps. Actually, let me say it because Traps has been speaking for a while. What Traps is trying to say is that right now, out of all the managers, we don't rate Ten Hag, but Ten Hag's found the best position for McTominay out of all the managers. Right now, utilize him for where he's best and then make a good transition to get him out of the club. Because at the end of the day, he's more valuable than certain players that people rate, that still people give excuses for. That's what Traps is basically saying. We have to look at people like Rashford. McTominay is performing better than Rashford. He's performing better than Bruno. It doesn't mean Traps is saying, keep McTominay. He's saving United. That's our level. Listen to understand what he's saying. He's basically saying there should be a priority of who we're criticizing and who we're not criticizing. And Scott McTominay shouldn't be at the top of the criticism list. The same way I say Garnacho shouldn't be at the top of the criticism list. So I understand what Traps is saying. He thinks that the scrutiny that Scott gets is unwarranted. Why? Just play it for what he's best at and appreciate it. That's what it is.
Look, Kadeem, see Kadeem, big up Kadeem, by the way. Kadeem said, I'm cool with what Trapp said. I just can't stand him. And that's fine. You just can't stand him. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
that's where the lines get blurred.
Why you should leave. Just say you can't stand him. That's fine.
Yeah. And that's it. Summed off perfectly. And that's the thing. People blur the lines between the fact that they don't like a player, so they don't want to respect the good things that they're doing. You know? like, and I'm gonna use Garnacho again because people think he's not the level that they want him to be, and they think he's overrated. It blurs their judgment, and then they say he's dead, he's rubbish. But if you look at the players that are the most effective for our team, it's the Garnachos, it's the Scott McTominays, it's the Hoylands, it's not the Rashfords, the Brunos, and even Maguire's. All the players that we either didn't want or the players that people kind of overrate are the players that are the most productive for Man United right now. And you want to say, okay, but where does our levels are on the floor? United's levels are on the floor. We are relying on Garnacho, McTominay, and Hoyland.
You know what is for me though, Rhino?
United's levels are on the floor.
You have to look at replacements. Yeah, at the end of the day, if you get rid of Scott, who are you replacing him with? Because you can't replace him with under. People say, "Oh, Kobe Mino." Kobe Mino doesn't count as a squad player. He's under 21. He doesn't count. Yeah. You can have him there, and you can play as many games as you want. He doesn't count. And this is my point. This is my point about utilizing the squad. So these players, you've got a squad of 25. There should be at least. I don't think there should be no less than 18 to 20 players being used in a season. Yeah, because there's going to be injuries. There's going to be times, there's going to be games where you can say, you know what, I'm resting some players, you can have a go, whatever. Yeah, there's going to be things of, but the truth is, people don't see that. So if Scott McTominay plays 15, 20 games over all competitions, and most of them being in cup competitions in the early stage and whatnot, or he might play his way into the team and end up being the point with Scott is, this is the point with Scott is that when it comes down to, this is another thing, people go on like it was tactics that beat Liverpool, right? It wasn't tactics that beat Liverpool, because you've heard it from the manager and you've heard it from Bruno. He said we ran the risk, yeah, of going man for man. So you know what that means? That means that all the tactics have gone out the window. Yeah, you man, go get. This is your man. Yeah, do the damn thing. Bruno said it. The manager said it. They've ran the risk. So this team won that game off of pure desire and passion. Yeah,
and heart. Yeah.
And heart. These are the man, yeah, because man, they want to make support plans for Varane. Varane's our best defender. Varane went off. Where was Varane with his leadership and his qualities and that in it after when he got subbed off? Because he hasn't posted anything about congratulations on the win, not bigged up nothing. So Varane might be fuming right now. Yeah, Varane might be fuming right now. But you know what? We'll make excuses for that. Oh, it was tactics. There was no tactic involved. The managers told you there was no tactic involved. Bruno's told you there's no tactic involved. This guy ain't posted nothing on Instagram about no. The last thing he posted was him walking out to Everton, walking out against the Everton game. So this is my point. My point is that all you man are looking at, all these man, it's like you're looking at all the things that are Varane, he's a top class player, so he must be elite in the thing. No, bro, these are the man running around with cramp, yeah? Bruno running around with cramp. These man dying on the field. These are the men that won you that game. These are the men that brought you the joy right now. These are the why you can go over to them Scousers and chat shit today. They're man there. So if you want these men out the squad, yeah, and like I said, starting 11 should always be your starting 11. I agree with that. Scott McTominay starting 11. If he's in good form, yes, but he shouldn't be the go-to. That's what I think personally. But I don't know, man. Honestly,
it's interesting. These are these are interesting conversations, and that's what my kind of ethos is with this channel. I feel like I like to have proper conversations. I'm not like, yes, certain times I might shout and I might get emotional or passionate with what I'm saying, but I like to have a proper conversation, and that's why the way Traps is talking, I can hear where he's coming from. Like, I'm just sick of it. Be fair.
Look,
Traps, yeah.
Because look,
you can tell he's got a lot to say, people. So like the video, Traps has got a lot to let off his chest.
Be fair. Let's be clear about.
Let me get this super chat in, Traps, quickly.
Clear about
Strawberry. Let me get this trap. I'm gonna get this super chat in quickly. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Strawberry Milk. Big up, appreciate it. I'll always prioritize super chats as well. So if you do want us to focus on your comments, send them as super chats if you can. He says, Traps, you are my #1 Man United creator. I love all your hot takes, but I can't stand Scott. Happy to disagree on this one. Thank you both for these new shows. Appreciate it. Go on,
Traps. Milk, I appreciate you. And that is the thing, yeah? You can, listen, I would rather a man turn around and say, I just can't stand Scott McTominay. And that's fine. Yeah. I would rather
keep it real.
Rather than try and make excuses as to why not. And And do you know what I mean? Because I noticed that Scott McTominay scoring is the worst thing that can happen for a Man United fan that hates Scott McTominay. And I can't figure it out why. I'm thinking, why are people unhappy about this guy scoring goals?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all he does. That's all he does. That's all that can win you games, though. That's the only thing that wins you games is goals, you know? Goals is the only thing that wins you games. Because what you have to remember, there's times where you might not play well, you might not defend well, but you might outscore a team. So the goals is the only thing. Goals is the currency in this game. Putting the ball in the back of the net is the currency. And if someone is doing that, how can you discredit them? You can't discredit them. I'll be honest, you can't discredit them. But you know what I've noticed? All I'm saying is be fair. Man, if you look at Man United as a whole, they have all let us down. Every single one of them have let us down.
Yeah, facts.
Rashford.
Facts.
Yeah. Flipping Onana, Varane, Diallo. Not Diallo, Diogo Darlow. Yeah, Darlow, Shaw, Maguire, you name it. They have all let us down at times. So why are we always singling out McTominay? When we have a good game, why are we not saying, do you know what? Hats off. Because man don't like Scott McTominay. They don't like what he stands for. Do you know what Scott McTominay stands for?
I hear that. That's facts.
He stands for, I am not the best. Because Scott McTominay has never once said, I am the best. And I just want to do what's best for my team. He knows he's not the best. He knows it. But he knows that he has got a contribution. And he believes in that. And now you're seeing it. No one don't want to give him the praise. Because you know what? Let's be honest about it. People would rather Scott McTominay be on no goals, no assists, United be 11th, and they have someone to blame. That's the truth of it. They have someone to blame. That's a fact. So I'm just saying, look, and I see a game.
Traps. Honestly,
the biggest game of the season, I saw Scott McTominay rise to the occasion, and no one gave him a word of praise. Not one person.
No, I actually agree. I agree. I'm fully on this because at the end of the day, like I'm saying to you guys, the agendas override the credit. People's agendas override giving players credit. And I've bookmarked a chapter in this show that people's agendas override giving people credit. And then when you give the people credit when you give a player credit that someone doesn't like, they kind of misinterpret what you say and they make it seem like you rate that player and that's your standards. No, listen to what Traps is saying. I'm going to say this one last time. And we're going to move on to the next topic.
Scott McTominay is a good squad player.
He's a good squad player. Yes, he's a good squad player. And on top of that, he's basically saying that out of everybody that we have expectations for, these are the players that are stepping up to the plate. So we have to appreciate it because the players that should be doing it are not doing it. So why, when the players like Rashford and Bruno are not performing, why do they still focus on McTominay's and the Garnachos and even probably Onana sometimes? Oh, he should have saved that. Sometimes they don't even look for the deflection in the shot, you know? Oh my gosh, Onana should have saved. Come on. Onana's doing well. McTominay's doing well in the state that we're in. It doesn't mean we want to keep them next season, even though I think Onana's kind of bought himself a bit of time and he could progress. What we're trying to say is that appreciate the players, whether you rate them or not, whether you think they're world-class or not, appreciate players for what they're doing for the current squad. Right now, there's 90 people in the building. Make sure if you're not on YouTube, you head over to Rhino MGTV and you like the video, people. Please, we need the likes. Let me do a like check. Stephanie, let me know what the likes are on right now.
The thing is, what I'm saying with these people is that when you see what's going on, like you said, if Scott McTominay is the person who you expect the least from. So why in moments when we need our players who we expect the most from, why are we then turning to Scott McTominay? Because that's the yardstick right there. He's getting beat with the yardstick because you don't want to cuss out your favorite players. But I tell you what, I'll cuss out all these players because at the end of the day, I want to see good football. I want to see. Do you know what? We didn't even see. Like I said, when you're seeing a manager, with a suit on, like he's going to, like it's his funeral, like his funeral. And we end up the game. We end up the game with one centre back on the pitch. Anthony left back, Bruno centre back. You know what was going on there. You know exactly what was going on there. There was nothing. That was kitchen sink, do or die.
He threw the kitchen sink
in the bookies. That's what that was going on there. So who's been left out? Who's been left on? Who's been left on? Why? Why have these men been left on? Why is Scott McTominay allowed to run for you, man, for 120 minutes and not even say, you know what, Scott? as much as I think you're a shit player, or as much as I think that I dislike you, hats off to you, mate, because you absolutely showed what Man United are about. Because this is what, because when we talk about the theatre of dreams and the United way, this is what this is about. That's what it's all about. It's about these players giving their all for the badge and making it the theatre of dreams. So when you see dreams coming through, this is what it's all about. Players that are homegrown talent, academy players coming up and giving it their all for the badge and whatnot. This is what you lot moaned about. But this is what you lot moaned about for the whole season. And when you see it, you don't want to call it out. So man, I just know now, there's a big agenda with Scott McTominay now. The big agenda.
I hear it.
And I'm happy to see it. And you know what I hope? I hope he scores another 10 goals before the end of the season, because you have nothing to say then. That's what I fucking hope. That's what I fucking hope. Because you know what? And you know what, Rhino? Do you know the worst thing about it as well? If you get 50, if someone says, you know what, sweet, we're paying you 50 million for Scott McTominay and he gets sold, I'm not bothered by that. Because at the end of the day, that's what he's worth. You got these Caicedos, you got these Darwin Núñez's, all these people going for 100 mils, 80 mils, whatever. Yeah, just because this man is a Scotsman, and obviously the tax is a bit low in that. Bro, I'm telling you now, Man United should be pushing for 50 million for this guy, bro. 50 million should be pushing 50 million for this guy. None of this 20 million nonsense. What do you mean 20 million? Yeah? What do you mean? How can you tell me a man that just what you just saw from that man? That's his ability right there, you know. That's what you can get out of him.
We know you're getting
minutes, up and down, with the right manager, and that's what I'm trying to say. There's no tactics involved. It's Scott, do your thing, big man. And that's what he did.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, Trap said it perfectly, man. Their agendas are crazy. Let me go through some comments. Let me see. Right now, we've got 97 people in the building. I believe there's over 40 on YouTube, and the rest of you are on Twitter, I believe. If you can head over to Rhino MGTV YouTube channel. If you're on your phone, just quickly open up the app, type in Rhino MGTV, click on this video, episode 3 of Rhino's Offside Trap, and like the video, please. And you can join the comments as well. Appreciate that. All right, Traps, we're going to move on. We can stick with United for maybe about 10 more minutes. Let me see. I want to briefly talk about Garnacho. Briefly talk about Garnacho. Obviously, I want to give props to Dalot, Wan-Bissaka. I think they played decent as well. You know, you had Bruno in centre back. His heart was in the game as well. I'm gonna give credit to the players. Their heart was in the game. Yes, the most parts of the second half they didn't perform well, but they believed and they fought for the badge, and that's all we're asking for. If you could minimum standards, just play for the badge every game, and we know you guys are not all good enough. This is what you get results, because there's enough quality in there to add the heart to at least win these games. This is Liverpool in good form, you know. This is Liverpool that have just won a Carabao Cup.
Yeah, but we're not in
Liverpool
bad form either,
that are balling out with their youngsters. Go on.
Rhino, we're not in bad form either, though.
True, that's kind of true, actually.
We've won 9. I think we've won 7 in 9. 7 in 9. Yeah, and I think Liverpool had won their last 7 or something.
That's actually true, still.
But right, people, like you said, people want to see this passion, this. I genuinely believe. I don't feel like these boys played for Ten Hag. I don't think they did. I feel like they played the occasion. They said, right, this is what it is. Yeah, beating Liverpool. Yeah, if we haven't given, it's easy to motivate this one. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, I see Rashford talking and saying things, and he was very vocal in the game. I don't know. Obviously, people will say, "Oh, yeah, he's just playing up for the crowd or whatnot." But like I said, I'm not getting onto Rashford no more. Like, don't get me wrong, he frustrates me certain times, but I'm not getting onto him no more, because I saw something the other day, and it was like Rashford has scored more goals against the Big Six than Mo Salah. Yeah. So, but one's called Trashford and the other one's called the Egyptian King. So I'm saying all these things is why Rashford has the attitude that he has towards everybody. Because it's like, bruv, what the fuck do you want me to do? Yeah, more. Yeah. And not only that, if I'm in a team that basically, I don't know if he agrees with the tactic. I don't know if he's playing for the manager, but he's like, bruv, look at the state of the team. I'm a fan too. I can't stand this shit just as much as you. Yeah, but you want me to get up off my arse and play every game and do what I'm doing. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, your attitude should be better, but when you're doing certain things and the numbers are going like, when you're seeing things like more goals against the Big Six than more goals since 2019 since.
Hey, now Traps, we need this one. I
prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
We need it.
I'm
Go on,
telling
Traps.
you,
Go on. Carry on.
Amount of goals.
Hey, Rashford has more Big Six goals than Salah.
It's got the same amount of goals as Phil Foden. No, it's got more now. It's got more goals than Phil Foden since 2019. These are the comparisons. All the comparisons of is Saka and Foden world class. Go and look at Rashford's stats when he was them man's age, bro. They can't chat to him. But you know what? I told you. See United fans right now. United fans have this thing. They are, you know, these rich privileged kids. This is what happened to United. United fans are rich privileged kids. They was getting everything, every toy, the Champions League toy, the FA Cup toy, the Premier League toy. And then obviously there was a bit of divorce. Went for a divorce, and obviously the company went a bit bankrupt. There's been a certain thing now, but they're still demanding the same toys and still thinking they could just throw away. I don't want that. Where's the Champions League toy?
It's the entitlement. Yeah.
But no, it's not like that no more, man. It's not like that no more. Yeah. It's not like that no more. So like I said, there are spoon grazes out, but Ineos you don't trust, and Ten Hag in to your blue in the face. But yeah, you can drive.
Someone here says, where's the comment I was just looking? So, George here, big up George. He says Steve Rashi always bags against Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs. He's a big game player. And the other comment I wanted to put up here, George, Foden's played 10 to 15 games a season less than Rashford, to be fair.
No, just what I'm trying to say, George. When they done the stat, and the stat is the same amount of games since 2019, and what has been played, and what has been scored, and what has been assisted. So it's not about and it's another one here. Saka was playing left back, but you give the Saka been playing left back. Yeah, if you go and look at his stats in the Premier League versus Harvey Barnes, because I've done this. Go on my Instagram and have a look. Yeah, he's played 20 something, 20. I think he's played. I think it's like 10,000 more minutes or something. I can't remember what it was. Basically it was equivalent to about 26 games more than Harvey Barnes. So you count that all as his left back time, his time at left back. Yeah, his numbers are still the same as Harvey Barnes, but Harvey Barnes is not in the mention. Harvey Barnes has had like 60 games out injured, and Saka's had like something like 17. So this is what I'm trying to say. Is listen. The
uncomfortable conversations.
The agendas that people have are absolutely crazy. But I'm onto you all.
Hey,
it's my quest for the truth. I need the truth.
Hey, chat. So what are we saying about Garnacho? What do you think about Garnacho's performance?
Garnacho was. Listen, that's another one. Garnacho, for me, like I said, I was sick of Garnacho. Yeah, I feel like Garnacho he does this thing that really bugs me, where he'll try and beat a man, but then it's like he says, nah, I can't do it, and I don't know, he just loses the ball and gives up. But that game he was on. I mean, even the Everton game, right? I give him that. But the criticism that I had for him in the Everton game was that the lucky thing for him is he got the penalties, because the chance got taken away from him. Because I'm telling you now, he hits the goalkeeper, hits the post, or puts it wide. And obviously this game, he shot at the keeper saved it. It was a good shot, and obviously Scott McTominay's finished it off. I'm not going to criticise Garnacho. I think he was immense. I think he stepped up in that game. And I do still feel that Garnacho is still not who we should be relying on week in, week out to deliver us. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be times. There's going to be like, it's not like Ronaldo, where it was a thing where Ronaldo wasn't doing what he was doing, but you could see. Ronaldo would beat a man, and in the end, he'd have the chance to put a ball in, and he'll just make the wrong decision. Garnacho's not doing that. Garnacho's getting pocketed by a certain man. But I just think Garnacho in that game, I cannot fault him for that game. He rose to the occasion, knew what it meant, and he took it to Liverpool. And a lot of these Liverpool fans as well, don't listen there. Let's get on to these Liverpool fans as well. Because all these
thank you, chaps. Because look, I don't know if Scott is Liverpool fan, but he's like, oh, Rhino, in the FA Cup, it was the case of Liverpool taking it lightly than United snatching a win.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Go on, let's talk about
They
this.
keep saying that we're taking it lightly. You took it lightly. If you would have took it lightly, what you would have done is you would have put your kids on that won the Carabao Cup. Remember, yeah, and like they did with Chelsea. Don't come to Old Trafford with Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Van Dijk, yeah, and talk about taking it lightly. You didn't take it lightly. What happened to you lot is that you lot thought that we was gonna do, because you know what's mad, yeah? When we come to Anfield, it was like, oh, you lot are shit. You parked the bus. Like, you parked the bus, like.
Talk about it, Traps. Look, let me bring this up. This is what we're doing on these Liverpool fans. VAR check on you Liverpool fans. Go on, Traps.
Like, when we got, if you didn't park the bus, we would have beat you 7-0 again. So basically, coming into this game, you lot thought to yourselves, hang on a second, these lot are going to park the bus. Yeah, they're probably going to try to hit us on the counter and nick a little goal. Unlucky for you, in the first 10 minutes, we were 1-0 up. So we didn't have to do that. Yeah?
Yes.
We didn't have to do that. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? We parked the bus and the handbrake just slipped off. And all of a sudden, we're 10 yards higher up the pitch now, trying to get goal number 2. You lot did not know how to deal with it. And if it weren't for deflection goals, you lot would have got dispatched in a mad fashion.
Yes.
Yeah? Mad fashion. Yeah.
Hey, wait, Traps. Another message for you fans. You Liverpool fans.
No, stay there. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Traps, cook. I'm going to go and get the walk. I'm going to get the walk.
And then you were talking about you took it lightly. Hold a second. Yeah. Go chat to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, yeah? Tell him empty his pockets, bruv. Because we haven't heard from Mo Salah since Sunday, bro. We haven't heard from him since then. Yeah. So you go and chat to these men about taking it lightly. Like McAllister was taking it lightly. Like Van Dijk and these man. Van Dijk in that game, yeah, was an absolute disgrace. All he was doing, backing up and pointing. Yeah, you lot are bad losers. These Liverpool men are bad losers. At the end of the day, you came there and you thought you was gonna roll us over. No, it wasn't, and it wasn't. And you know what makes me laugh? It wasn't even. It wasn't. It's not even.
Where are you, Salah? Where are you?
It's not even the Liverpool team. It's the Liverpool fans. You lot thought you was gonna think. Bearing in mind, well, this is the news flash you've got right now. Eric Ten Hag, yeah, the manager who I don't rate, is the first manager to have back-to-back wins against Jurgen Klopp. Yeah?
Cook.
Yeah?
Cook
Manchester United have not been beaten by Liverpool, yeah, at home in the FA Cup for 100 years. Yeah? So all of these things have come into play, but you lot took it lightly on us. You lot took it lightly on us. What more could you have done? What more did you want? First things first, the first thing you would have needed to do was to get Aaron Wan-Bissaka to empty his pockets. That's the first thing. Because Mo Salah, other than that goal, Mo Salah had nothing to say. Yeah, he got blocked up. Nothing. Yeah, there was nothing to say. Yeah.
Where are you now, Salah?
When you got Kobe Mino and he's got running past these fucking kids you was talking about. I don't know what's that left back who they rave about? When he's getting skinned alive by Kobe Mino.
Is it Bradley?
Kobe Mino's running through the midfield with man like McAllister and Szoboszlai looking like chumps. Yeah.
Cooking.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Cooking.
You man came there. Listen, you man, you know what you done? You man bought a knife to a gunfight. That's what you done. That's what you lot done. Yeah.
The walk is fire emojis in the chat. Fire emojis in the chat. The walk is out. The walk is out.
Talking about you took it lightly. What do you mean? This is
that's an Arsenal fan as well. That's the Arsenal fan. Hey, Trap, some of the rivals are salty as well. Listen. The walk is out, bro. The walk is out. These men are getting deep fried. Listen, Traps is right. I don't want to hear this. Liverpool took it lightly. I don't want to hear, United are not going to win it anyway. It does not matter. You know when The Rock says, it don't matter what you think. It don't matter. Do you know why? Because Liverpool fans were saying they're going to do the quad. Liverpool fans were saying they're going to smoke United at Old Trafford. Bare ignorant Liverpool fans were confident in this game. So now when you've lost, I was in studio yesterday. Big up my boy Edwin, yeah. He's one of my barbers, yeah. but he's very busy nowadays. So that's why I say one of my barbers. I'm a loyal guy. He was like, "Oh, you don't care. Oh, it's calm anyway. I had a feeling you lot might win." No, don't change your energy now. Wait, let me find out. I must have another video. Hold on.
Listen,
hold
these Liverpool
on,
fans
hold
are a
on.
disgrace.
Gone
And
traps.
they have
I'm
to
gonna
hold
find
that,
one.
man. And you know what I do hope?
Hold that.
I
Hold
do
that.
hope, yeah. I do
Walk.
hope, yeah, because
walk
you know
is
what
out.
makes me laugh, yeah. This is another thing that makes me laugh. Last season, when a certain team won that certain trophy that's been won by Liverpool this last season, it was called a Mickey Mouse Cup. It's no longer called the Mickey Mouse Cup anymore. So you know what I hope? I hope Jurgen Klopp on his farewell tour ends up with the Carabao Cup and has to get the fuck out of here with that as well. Just that only.
Yes.
Yeah? Take that and go, bro. Take that.
Yes.
No sympathy for Jurgen Klopp, me, about farewell tour. And if you think he was tired, yeah, you think he was tired beforehand, yeah, you think after that game at Old Trafford, he's knackered now.
Knackered.
Yeah? He's knackered now.
Knackered.
He's knackered. Yeah,
Knackered.
These man make me sick, man. Yeah,
so listen,
the cheek to go on like they didn't get beat. You man got beat, and that game should have been. That game could have easily been 5 or 6. You could have held 5. Rashford should have scored. McTominay should have scored. Yeah, you could have held 5 or 6 in that game. But no,
speak it.
Like, do you know what I mean? But no, we took it lightly. How are you going to take it lightly and then he held 5 and you could have held 5 or 6? This is not Man. What you saw from Man United creating chances against Liverpool. Yeah, that was not what in the script. That was not in the game plan.
Yep, facts.
There was no planning for that.
Facts.
Yeah? And you man Man United just started off on the front foot. Yeah, they got pegged back, and you know what it is? They thought, yeah, we're just gonna ping it around, tie them out, and get the 3-1. I saw Jurgen Klopp here at 70 minutes on the touchline, and he was rattled. He was rattled, and he was rattled. And I thought to myself, when I saw Jurgen Klopp rattled, right, I said to myself, do you know what? Yeah, he knows that this game is going to swing again. He knows it's going to swing again.
He can feel it. He's got experience. He knows. He
knows it's going to swing again. And you know, and behold, yeah, it goes to 2-2. Then it goes, obviously, they go up again. And then I thought to myself, you see, when it went to 3-3, I was like, there is no way we are losing this game now. Can't look. These men, do you know how hard it is for a team to go 1-0 down, to 2-1 up, to 2-2, to 3-2, to 3-3, and then I have to go again. It's like, yeah, no, do you know what? I keep trying to knock this guy down and it just keeps getting up. Undertaker settings. Yeah? Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder settings. Yeah? And then lo and behold, it's 4-3. And do you know what they deserved? Do you know what they deserved it? They deserved it in the fashion that they got, yeah? No penalties. No straight penalties, no. You got the straight beat down 120 minutes, no penalties.
Straight corn. And you know what's so sweet? That's the way the game went. Last 90 minutes, Rashford just missing that opportunity to kill the game. Do you know what that did? It gave you man hope and said, yeah, extra time, we're gonna finish these, man. And then my man scored for you, man. 3-2. You lot are thinking, yeah, game set done. Nah, G. What are you saying? Was it Rashford? Rashford scoring, then Amad Diallo with the walk. Listen, it couldn't have been any sweeter. If Rashford scored that and we won the game, it would have been sweet. But the way we gave you guys a bit more hope, you know, it's like letting you Arsenal fans get further down the Champions League and then getting shut down by Real Madrid. That's what we're hoping for, you know, because it's looking like maybe you might do your thing, but bruv, it's the Champions League. And I had this debate. I'm going to talk about this on Thursday, actually. I'm going to save this conversation for Thursday. Let me even write this down for the Thursday show. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So Scott Scott is an Arsenal fan, but he's supporting Liverpool. But that's what I'm saying. The fact you're supporting Liverpool shows that all the Liverpool fans have the agenda. They want to say, oh, we played bad. Why? You're Liverpool. You've got the experience. You've been chasing Man City for the last 4 seasons. Why? United are 6. We are 6. We had a good season last season because you lot had a bad season. You lot nearly caught us and we're celebrating that. Now we've beat you in the FA Cup final. There's bare excuses. No! Hold that! Hold that! Stir fry, you guys, yeah? You lot are in the walk. You lost.
I just
no
think
quads.
it's funny, man.
Klopp's all
think it's
fat
funny
shaming
how
and
these
that.
man wanna sit
Disgrace.
down.
Shame on you, Klopp. Shame. Ten Hag, the fraud. You let the nah, shame.
You let this man
Shame.
put and but do you listen, can anyone tell me the formation in extra time? Can anyone tell me what the formation was? Bruno
What?
centre back. Do you think Ten Hag had the clue what he had was going on? Bruno centre back. Maguire was Maguire not up front or something?
Yep. Maguire was
What
playing
you talking-
false nine.
What are you talking about? Do you think this guy had a clue? Man, I want to call this. Listen, let me tell you the difference between. You know what the difference between people want to call this a masterclass, yeah, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was just at the end of the day, kitchen sink. I got my suit on. It's my funeral. Yeah, if these lot don't win this game for me, I'm done. Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yes, dinner.
Yeah? So let me put my
Finito.
suit on. Yeah, let me go on. Let me go out looking respectable. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the difference between the reason why it wasn't a masterclass because by the end of it, yeah. Like I said, he ran the risk. He went man for man, and obviously these lot just played off passion, adrenaline, and wanting to win desire. Yeah, a masterclass is Arsenal FA Cup, 7 defenders on the pitch from the start. Yeah, and winning the game 2-0. That's a masterclass. This, don't get me wrong.
It was just kitchen sink. It was good, but it's just kitchen sink. It was do or die. It was do or die.
These man played for the bag.
Which I can still respect, but it was still do or die. Yeah. Yeah, go on, Traps.
You can have the respect, but like I said, I'm not going to sit down there and change my stance on Ten Hag because he played a game where we ended up with 1 centre back at the end. You know what I mean? Because he only threw the kitchen. He doesn't. Listen, you have to remember, yeah. You have to look at his traits. He doesn't throw the kitchen sink at anyone. He's happy to sit down and watch a game.
Even though every game's a final, like he says.
But he watches the game peter out and doesn't do much about it. So
yeah,
how comes this game it was kitchen sink time? Because he knew what was going on. He knew if I lose this game, I'm getting cooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, brother. That's what I'm saying, you guys, man. At the end of the day, I had to bring up the what for you Liverpool fans. Traps had to spend these last what? We've cooked you guys for like nearly 15 minutes because you deserve it. We don't want to hear no excuses. And at the end of the day, we still have the same stance on Ten Hag because we know where the future of the club is going. And I'm gonna give him his praise. He got brave and he said ban this. I'm throwing on all my attackers. And that's what we want to see more, but it's a bit too little too late, but I still give you the respect. And one thing I want to address, I'm going to talk about it more on Thursday, but there's 3 things in football that I want from my coach. I want him to give us trust, yeah? I want him to give me happy moments, and I even wrote it down because I know when I'm live, I forget things. Trust, happy moments, and belief. That's what I want in my gaffer. And right now, I can praise Ten Hag because he's giving me a happy moment. But I still don't trust him and I still don't have belief. So that is my context. I don't need to explain it anymore. He's giving me happiness. I'm happy. I can celebrate. I can cuss with the Liverpool fans. I can see them salty. Oh, watch when we play in the Premier League. Oh, big up Grizz. Grizz said in Saeed's post-match reaction outside the stadium, Grizz said, oh, you guys won the battle but not the war. Guess what, Grizz? The battle was long time ago. The war, was lost time ago. All our soldiers, we said, stand down. We ain't winning this. So we don't mind winning these little battles because the war was done lost. Bruv, bare of our soldiers' bodies are on the floor. You know, they're done. We lost the war, bruv. We don't care about the war. We stopped our quad.
I said in the beginning, when we started here, I said, listen, yeah, it's not about, this ain't about stopping the quad for me.
Got Sheik.
Stopping the quad
Traps
for me.
got a different opinion.
Do you know what I would love to see happening in the league? I'd love to see happen in the league. I would love us. I don't know what time. Obviously, it's a Liverpool game, so it's going to be a late kickoff. It's going to be probably a Sunday after everyone's played. I'd like to see Spurs lose. I'd like to see Villa lose again. And do you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see us park the bus, yeah, and hit you on the counter and win 1-0. That would be that. See that there? That would be perfect. That parking the bus,
sweet.
Because you know what? You can't have chat for us. Because you know what it is? You might come and think to yourself, "Oh, come play us now, then." And then, no, we're gonna park the bus and hit you on the counter now. We've already done what we need to do. Ruin your title hopes as well. Because I'm telling you now, you lose that one there.
Uncomfortable conversations. Uncomfortable conversations, my peoples. Cool. We're gonna move on to the next topic. I'm just writing something down. Cool. Yeah, we might as well go into Spurs. Hey, Traps. Spurs getting smoked 3-0. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Big Ange. Wagwan, bro. Look, Ange, this is for you. Know that song? This is for you. This is for you. The Usher song. I'm not even going to sing. I wish I could sing. I'll hit the note right now. Hey, Ange. Ange, I got one more. Wait, where is it? Ange. We're checking, Ange. We're checking. And I'm not going to... We're checking.
Hey, man was saying that he went from Big Ange to Angela Yee.
That's a Breakfast Club. Angela Lee.
Man went from Big Ange to Angela Yee. You know?
Ange, wagwan, man. Wagwan, man. Wagwan. Let me note this. I'm going to let you run the floor traps, going. I'm going to just quickly note some stamp taps.
Bro, do you know what it is, yeah? It's that time of the season, yeah, where you face the reality, yeah. It's like this is why this is you know what, for me, yeah, I don't know about you guys in the chat, right? But every season I try and watch like what's going on, especially with like the fans or what's going on in you know, like the atmosphere, yeah. And for me, I've seen this happen 2 seasons in a row now, yeah. Because so Spurs right now are getting all this praise. We've played absolutely shit. Villa, for me, Villa are still in the Europe. Villa are still in the Champions League spot. They dropped points the other day, but it's Villa. Villa are still on. From what Villa are, they're not a big 6 club. Remember that, yeah. So where they're at, they are overachieving in here. So you can't really have chat for them right now. So, but I'm thinking all this praise that I've heard Ange Postecoglou have, all this when you see like Tottenham Hotspurs light show before the games and whatnot, and all this singing and all this extra stuff. How many points more have they got than us right now?
I think it's 6 now.
I think it's so. All you've got to show for it is 2 wins. All this praise. I've been slating my manager for 6 months to a year, and all you have to show for it is 6. You both this up to get to this part of the season, yeah, where everyone starts playing shit because it's the end, and everyone's like this, trying to make it. This is what happened last season with like the likes of Liverpool nearly catching us, but the results went our way, and obviously we had to beat Fulham or someone like that to get to qualify or whatever. But
big up Sancho.
At this present moment in time, Ange Postecoglou has presented himself with an excellent opportunity. You're not in Europe. You're not in the FA Cup. You're not playing any cups. All you have is 10 games left. Yeah? You haven't played. Have they been in Europe this season? They haven't, have they?
I think they got knocked out of no. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh no, it's the FA Cup they got knocked out of, innit?
Yeah, so they haven't been in Europe all season, so they haven't played that many games. Right? So for me right now, that should be his priority. So Fulham, obviously, I'm not gonna lie, Fulham have been good because they've done us, they've done them, and they've done Arsenal. So fair play to them, innit? Fair play to Fulham. Yeah, at the end of the day, because it's not something. It's not like a one-off thing where they've been beating the big boys this season. They've done jobs on big boys this season. Yeah, so fair play to them. But this just goes to show you about people overhyping and overrating certain things. Because at the end of the day, we're not where we want to be, but we're not at the same time. All season we've had cups to play. We've had obviously Champions League up until February or whatever time it was, or up until January or December, whatever it was. Then we had obviously the Carabao Cup, yeah, up until probably January time. I can't remember how long that was. No, we got knocked out quite early in that one, but we still got the FA Cup to go, and we're still thinking. So, and for me, mate, you've got your players back. Like who's missing? Richarlison. That's about it. Nah, I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it. Ange Postecoglou, you man overrated and overpraised him, yeah? Because the truth is, right now, he should be cruising to that Champions League. Cruising. Yeah? Cruising to it. Yeah? Smooth sailing towards the Champions League. And I'm not going to lie to you, as it stands right now, with them to play Liverpool, Arsenal, and City, I think
it's looking a bit Kateki.
Ten Hag, yeah, has been presented with a golden ticket, yeah, golden ticket, yeah, to this Champions League race, you know. He's like, look, you know what? You ain't been good this season, but I'm gonna give you a little something, yeah. You take that, yeah. When you get to the door, show them this. You got to do a couple things, but this will get you in. And that's what I mean. It's like, cool. I just think all the praise that Ange Postecoglou's had this season, especially with the games that he's had to play, he needs to get this over the line. And do you know what? To be fair, I know obviously, but that's by my standards. I don't know how the Spurs fans feel, because the Spurs fans might feel like, you know what, Ange Postecoglou's a breath of fresh air. He's done well for the club. Next season, he can have a grace to the next season, but look, I just feel like the positions that he found himself in this season, he should be comfortably amongst it.
Yeah, facts, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, you guys have to realize that it is Andrew's first season, and the season is 38 games. So when it comes to criticism, I understand why people got excited in terms of you haven't seen Tottenham play such good football for a long time, and his philosophy and everything's looking good. But then the overhype started to come when people started to think, you know what? A lot of Spurs fans were saying Tottenham are going to win the league. Watch, this is going to be their season. And as football fans, a lot of us are guilty of getting excited and caught in the moment. But look now, 3-0 to Fulham. It's not a joke, you know. This thing out here is not a joke. So we need to be sensible and always try and calm down after a while and look at things objectively. Same thing I did with Ten Hag. But I didn't overgas it. That's the difference. I didn't say Ten Hag is coming to just move to everybody. I kind of had a bit more belief than I should have, instead of being chilled and doing research that like what Traps did. You feel me? So yeah, bro. Look, Ange right now, he's still on watch, and we have to see by the end of the season we're gonna see where he's really at. And maybe, to be fair, if we have to keep it a buck, it's looking like Ten Hag's going to have a better season than him. And in Ten Hag's worst season since he's been at United.
I'm not going to lie though, Rhino. This is worrying, you know. This is fucking worrying, bro. Because I'm thinking to myself, it's not even a question. Look, like I said, as a fan, I don't rate Ten Hag, yeah? I don't, yeah? And at the end of the day, but what people fail to understand is that if Ten Hag turns it around, I don't care. Egg on my face all day, yeah, have it, because the reality of it is that I want to see us play good football. I want to see us win leagues, and if we we can do that with Ten Hag, then at the end of the day, I have to hold my hands up and say, listen, I criticised him, but he's turned it around. But at that time, it does just because you criticise someone at a time and you say this is what's wrong with him, and you don't rate them and you would like them to leave, yeah, if they turn things around, I'm talking they turn it around, then you could have told your hands up and say, you know what, I didn't want you then. You was justified in your argument at that time. But as long as you're being fair and you're giving the praise, people might call you a flip-flop or whatever they want to call you. But the reality of it is, you cannot argue with results and performance at the end of the day. I haven't seen it, but I'm just saying, yeah. But yeah, I just think that, I don't know. I think it's worrying, man, because I feel like this is another thing as well. You Arsenal, man, as well, need to understand as well, yeah. Don't let this shit, man, win another trophy and you don't end up trophyless again, Because at the end of the day, he can go if he goes into this boardroom, and says, listen, I know we had a bad Champions League thing. My goalkeeper came, because he's got a plausible excuse now, you know. It's plausible. He can say, look, the season went badly because of the injuries, that's what he can blame the Premier League, the injuries on. He can say, my goalkeeper had just had to adjust to a new system. He was the reason why we didn't qualify for the knockout stages. However, he's now fixed that. And if Onana continues in the form that he does to the end of the season, it's plausible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, obviously the injuries, he can say, the likes of Mason Mount, Lisandro Martinez, he can explain certain things. He can say, these people are pivotal to my system. This is why. So that's a plausible excuse. If he wins another trophy and says, listen, since I have come here, I have delivered trophy season after season. Yeah. There could be a conversation where it's like, okay, we understand that and we hear this. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to give you a stay of execution. You now need to go for the league, which I'm not bothered. I'm not asked about that. If they turn around and say, listen, FA Cup good, Carabao Cup good,
I was like, FA Cup good, Carabao Cup good.
Yes, but
very nice.
This season, there must be a challenge for the Premier League or the Champions League. I'm talking minimum semi-finals of the Champions League. Title race. You have to be amongst it last 10 games at least. Those are your two objectives. An FA Cup and the Carabao Cup is not going to save you this season. Yeah? This season. It's not going to
set the standards. Yeah.
So the standards have been set.
I hear that.
And obviously they come out and say, listen, this is the objectives and it's out there. So everybody knows what the objectives are. So there's no great area. Ten Hag must challenge for the Premier League this season.
He must.
Ten Hag must challenge for the UCL this season. So we know the objectives. So when it drops below there, everyone can be on the same page and say, as much as you love Ten Hag, you want him to give time and that. This was his objectives. He has failed. He needs to leave.
Yeah.
3 years
I
down
agree.
The line, 3 years down the line of playing your football, you should be challenging. That's a fact.
I can hear that, you know. Like, if they've got a plan and direction and they set him some targets, I can hear it. And then if he doesn't do it, at least they've got the options like, okay, if he does it, we're going to do this and this for him. If he doesn't do it, this is what we're going to do. And they can plan forward. I can hear that. I can hear that still. Cool, man. Listen, that's the end of the Ange cooking. And Arteta, the message Traps is saying, Arteta, don't let Ten Hag get another trophy, my brother. Don't
let
do
this guy look better than he is.
Don't do it because there will be some uncomfortable conversations. Cool. Let me see. Let me go through some comments quickly. I'll stick to the ones that I like. There's over 100 people in here. Over half of you on Twitter and Twitch. So big up. I appreciate you guys. Me and Traps appreciate it a lot. Please head over to the YouTube Rhino MGTV and like the video so that all the attention you're giving on Twitter and Twitch, we transfer it over to YouTube and it helps the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. Let me see any comments. Spurs for life. You seem a bit salty here, my brother or my sister. You man stopping City this time. Maybe you're just asking generally anyway, but listen, if we can, we can. Saeed was saying he wants City in the final. He wants Chelsea to lose and we can have the revenge against City. So listen, I don't know. What do you think about that, Traps?
I don't think
FA Cup final.
I don't know who's going to win that game because obviously City have had a hard time against Chelsea this season. Yeah, both games have had a hard time against them. To be fair, Chelsea should have won both games. To be fair, especially the second one, Sterling has definitely had to stick that one to stick over the goalkeeper in the back of the net. But to be honest with you, we have unfinished business with both of them, bruv. Chelsea beat us in the final last time we played, and obviously City. But do you know what? For me, people talk about that they want revenge on City. You don't want no revenge on City. You know what? Like you revenge. We should have done it last year. That was the moment. Yeah, that was the moment. So beating Chelsea or City for me don't mean shit right this present moment in time. Obviously, cool. Yeah, beating City would be greater, but at the end of the day, it's not the point, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the point. Like, when we must, we didn't must. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was last season.
Facts.
We should have wiped them, in the FA Cup final, stop that treble. This season, we'll be stopping the quad or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and we'll be going there and we'll probably stopping another flipping double or treble again. Yeah, that's what should have been happening. Do you know what I'm saying? So
it's a bit too little, too late, man.
Listen, it's all a bit too little, too late for me. Just get the trophy. Just get the trophy. I don't care who.
That's what I'm saying. Because right now, the Champions League is looking a bit more interesting in a sense where City could be unlikely not to win it again. So last season was more important because that was their first opportunity for their treble that we could have stopped. The same way we stopped Liverpool's baby quad is last season the same way we could have stopped you, City actually accomplishing something that we accomplished, something that we hold in our hearts. The same way that Arsenal fans are always talking about their invincibles is the way we talk about our treble. Get me? City can win all they like. You lot don't have a treble. You lot don't have a treble. I used to love saying that, and now they do. And now the argument is, oh, but we done it first. So if they win 4 times in a row, or we stop them doing the FA Cup now, the job is a bit too little, too late. Yes, it's gonna feel good, and it might stop the possibility of them winning another treble again, technically, because FA Cup they're still in, Champs they're still in, but Premier League they're still in. But the difference is there's a bit more competition now in the Prem. Arsenal can look like to win the Prem. Liverpool could win the Prem. Last season it was Liverpool. It was City and United. I mean, last season it was City and Arsenal, and then Arsenal kind of bottled it towards the end, and City were always the favourites. This season there's a bit more competition, so it's less likely that City could do a treble this season. Last season, we should have stopped them. What we did to Liverpool today, yet on Sunday, is what we should have done to City. We should have found a way to win. And Traps is right. Maybe it wasn't the manager's tactics. Maybe it was just the players having their heart on that day. But why didn't you do that against City last season in the FA Cup? Why? You get me? So 100% I agree with that still.
Do you know why that was?
111 of you in the building. Like up the video, people. Go on,
Traps. I think that is, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think genuinely, at that time, Ten Hag had full control over the squad. You have to remember, he'd already won a trophy. He'd got them to the FA Cup final. Bearing in mind, if it weren't for Fulham fucking up in the quarters, we wouldn't have got there anyway. Yeah, but he had control of them. They had belief in Ten Hag, yeah, at that time. Do you know what I mean? So it was, okay, we'll do what the boss says. This time, I feel like where certain men have lost faith in certain... Because I'm telling you now, like I said, I genuinely believe that these men played the occasion. It's a Liverpool thingy. We're going to just do our thing. And I feel like they rose to the occasion. I don't think it was an inspiration. It wasn't a thing where the manager had inspired them or motivated them, because if that was the case, why have they not been motivated for 20 plus games in the Premier League? So I do think that the difference is that last season Ten Hag had a full belief and full backing of the team, especially the getting rid of Ronaldo, them kind of things as well, where he basically said, look, you know what, I'm not tolerating this stuff. And obviously it was a new breath of fresh air, especially when he had the credit of winning the Carabao Cup and whatnot. And I just do think that, yeah, these lot just went with what he said. This game, it was more of a, yeah, we want to win this for us. We want to win this for the fans. We want to win this because obviously it's Liverpool. This game can bring us a little bit of redemption. And that was the motivation, I think. I don't think it was anything to do with last season. I think last season was just... Because you have to remember, we won a trophy in the same week. We ended up losing 7-0. So these lot did fucking think that they was better than what they was anyway. But this season, I feel like it's like, let's just go for it because we've got nothing to lose. That's what I think anyway. But yeah, I don't know, man. Winning a treble for me, yeah, Man City winning another treble, I don't think it's likely. I don't think it is, because back-to-back Champions Leagues, we've only seen one team do that in the history of the Champions League, and there are a few teams amongst it. I don't know if Man City get past Real Madrid. To be honest with you, I feel I don't know if Arsenal get past Bayern, because a lot of people think Bayern are shit. But Bayern are not that bad. Bayern have only lost like 4 games this season in the Bundesliga. You know, that's enough usually to win your Premier League. That's enough. You can do that. Like Arsenal have lost 4 games in the Premier League, and they're in a title race. So, I mean, but to be fair to Bayer Leverkusen, they have been perfect. They've been damn near perfect to win that Bundesliga. Yeah. So, and they haven't won it yet, but it looks like they're going to win it. Do you know what I mean? So,
hey, Traps, I'm going to ask you a quick question after, yeah? Quick question, because I missed what you're saying, because I had an unexpected delivery. I didn't get the notification that was coming today, but it's cool. Traps, quick question, yeah? I was in studio yesterday. Big up my guy Firms. He supports Arsenal. He's talking about how they can beat. He's saying they can beat. They're gonna beat. He reckons they can beat. What do you call it? Munich, Bayern Munich, and he reckons they can do Real Madrid. What are you saying about that? Because me personally, I haven't been watching Real Madrid, so a lot of my hype is on paper in terms of Camavinga, Tuchemeni, Vinicius, and all of these man, Bellingham, and all of that. So that's where my hype is. I haven't watched them. I don't know their form. But for me, heritage is important. And my point, was that this is the debate we had, and then we're going to close it in about 10 minutes, Cool. I'm telling my boy firms that I don't see Arsenal doing it. I can hear it because they're a bit different, but there's something off about them in the Champions League. Every time they play in the Champions League, they don't seem the same. They went and smoked, was it Bournemouth or whatever? I can't remember what team it was at the time. And then they went to Porto and they struggled and got the little one. They won on penalties, My thing is, what confuses me about Arsenal is if they play how they play in the Prem, they can probably give Real Madrid a good game and most likely beat them if Real Madrid are not up to scratch. Fair enough. But the Champions League mentality, something seems off. Then my other boy was there, a Liverpool guy. After I was cooking him for most of the session, I said to him, he believes Arsenal could beat them as well based on Real Madrid's form. So, Traps, I want to ask you something, I personally think that when it comes to Arsenal, there's something off about their mentality. Their man's argument is when a big team plays them, they play big. When they're playing the small teams, it's like they scrape the wins. What do you think about that statement? Do you think that when it comes to that, the Bayern Munichs and Bayern Munich giving them a good game, Real Madrid giving them a good game, do you think that will make Arsenal step up and we'll see that Premier League performing Arsenal in the Champions League? Or do you feel like there's more to it? What's your thoughts on that?
No, I think the Champions
124
League,
people in the building as well, people. Like the video, please. Smash the likes.
I feel like the Champions League is just a different ball game. Yeah. And I hear that I don't understand this whole little teams and whatnot because Porto are a big Champions League team. Yeah. Look how many coefficient points they are. They're in that World Club competition, that new one, because of their points. Yeah. They've been consistently in the Champions League and they don't embarrass themselves. Yeah. They are usually a round of 16 to quarterfinal team, Porto. Yeah. That's what they are. They've won it as well, obviously in dubious fashion, but we're not going to talk about that anyway. But so Porto are not a small team in terms of a Champions League. Yeah, it's as simple as that. So, do I think that Arsenal can beat Real Madrid? Yeah, I do think they can beat them. I do think Arsenal can beat them. But at the same time, I look at it like this. Can Arsenal, I think for me, I fancy PSG. Based on what I've seen on that side, I fancy PSG for the final this year. I just feel that Mbappe, is gonna. I feel like Mbappe, he's gonna get to this final at least, at the very least. I just feel like this is a parting gift that he's gonna give PSG because he has been moving mad. He's been moving mad. Like people don't obviously. I think there was a game the other day with like 45. They played for like 45 minutes, scored like 2 goals. Like he's not like, and there's even games where he's all getting changed and going to sit with his mum and that. Like he's moving mad over there. Yeah, people don't watch. I don't watch the French league, but obviously
we'll wait for Traps to come back. He's probably got a phone call. There we go. He's back.
I feel like he's moving crazy, but I do fancy PSG for the final.
Okay.
I feel that, but so I look at Arsenal's situation. Can they beat Bayern Munich? Yes. Can they beat Madrid? Yes. But can they beat Bayern, Madrid, and the PSG? Nah, I don't think that. I think that's too much of an ask. Because what you have to remember is if PSG get to that final, you are getting World Cup, Mbappe versus Messi. That's who you're getting. You're getting that version of Mbappe. Yeah. Because he's gonna want. If he can leave PSG with the Champions League, their first ever Champions League. Yeah. That is his legacy is cemented forever. Yeah. They don't care. He's a legend. He'll go down as the greatest PSG player ever. Yeah. So, but I just feel that Bayern Munich home and away, then Madrid home and away. I I don't think Arsenal can do that, especially with a title running in between it, where they've got to go to places like Spurs, they've got to go to places like Old Trafford. They've still got games against Chelsea in between. Yeah, they've got games against City as well in between. That's a lot of hard games for Arsenal to go through, and it becomes a bit draining. So I don't think they've got the experience. I don't think they've got the squad for it. And I do feel that, obviously, at this time of the season, obviously this is where players start getting fatigue and a couple of injuries might clear. I feel like if Arsenal get injury to a big player, it's the season for them is another failure.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like a Saka getting injured. Not that I wish it upon them, because
we don't wish injury on nobody.
Will be. But I mean, like a Saliba getting injured, a Rice.
But can I address that though? What about the fact that they've got people like Partey coming back? They've got his name's coming to my head. The left back, what's his name again?
Zinchenko.
Not Zinchenko. The one that we were meant to buy and then we got Martinez instead. What's his name again? Timber. Timber's coming back, so he can fit that left position. Partey coming back, so if Rice gets injured, you got Partey in there. And then you got the Vieiras that have started to kind of show a little bit of more. So do you think their depth has improved that maybe?
No, their depth has improved, but what you have to remember is things like Timber hasn't played a game for flipping
he's been out of it for a minute. Yeah, he's a quality player, but he's been out of it for a minute.
Partey's just getting back into the swing of things. And we already know what his track record's like with fitness anyway. So my thing is that, obviously, if you put Partey in and you put Timber in, you're going to play different. They're not going to play. They're not going to play the same way they played. So I just think, look, all I think is, I think Arsenal are in for a good shout of winning one of the trophies. Can they win both of them? I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt they can win both of them. But the league, based on the way, if they go and beat Man City in the league, then they're pretty much in the driver's seat. All they've got to do, they've got to go.
They have to come to us as well.
I mean, if we go and beat Liverpool, if they beat Man City and then we go and beat Liverpool, then it's theirs to lose, because if they'll be 3 points ahead. They've played Man City twice, they've played Liverpool twice, they've played obviously they've got Spurs to play and they've got us to play. Those are the two games where they must win. Now, the Spurs game for me if they lose that Spurs game, remember they got a better goal difference than everyone in the league. It gives them a little extra lifeline. So they're in the driver's seat. I mean, if they go to the Etihad and win, and Liverpool come to Old Trafford and lose again, or even drop points, even get a point, and they go and think, then they're in the driver's seat. They're fully in the driver's seat. So I can see. Do you know what I can see Arteta doing though? I can see Arteta saying, right, it's 8 games to go. We're in the same situation again. I can't win both these competitions with this team.
Okay. So now you're saying basically,
I might have to just
bigger fish.
I might have to do the bigger fish thing
properly this time.
Doing the bigger fish thing, in between, it's got more chance to win the Premier League, because in the Champions League, it's like, cool. No other result matters but your own. Do you know what I mean? No other result matters but your own. Do you see what I mean? So whoever you beat, you get the next team, you have to beat them. It doesn't matter who beats you over there or who's beating who over there. It just matters, did you win or not? In the league, you can win, but you have to. You've got 2 other teams that are in the race. They might lose. They might draw. It can't. So the probability is higher of winning the Premier League than the actual Champions League. So I think he might opt out and just say, you know what, fuck this Champions League off, because that's not what I'm here for. These lot want the league. I think Arteta will be thinking to himself, right, listen, it's 5 years in now, and I want something. I need to leave with something this season. So you never know. You never know, because like I said, even with Aston Villa, what you might see when it starts getting to like the semis of that, you might see them just fucking off the league, thinking, I can get the Champions League this way.
That's interesting, you know. It's such an interesting point, because at the end of the day, it's like, if they put the Champions League to the side and focus on the Premier League, that could be a good opportunity for them, because they've been there before in terms of last season where they were ahead and they can learn from their mistakes. and then obviously in the Champions League they don't have the mentality yet. So if they have to pick out of the two, which one's easier for them in terms of mentality and their form? The Premier League. So maybe it might be time that they actually focus on the Premier League. Listen, there's 128 people in the building. Most of you are on Twitter. Can you guys please, if you can, just go over to Rhino MGTV on YouTube and like the video. I want to see over 100 likes because right now we're on 56, yeah? Big up my guy DLM as well, my guy. He's the one that created this overlay with obviously my assistance in terms of my direction. I said I want this and he did that. He painted it, you know. Obviously I'm gonna try and give myself props because I feel like I'm very good with kind of visualizing what I want. But anyway, big up DLM, that's my guy. You guys hit him up. Yeah, all of you guys, there's 130 now. Most of you are on Twitter. Go over to YouTube. Just quickly open up your app. If you're on your phone, you're on your laptop, it's even easier. Open up another tab and literally go onto Rhino MGTV. Click on the Rhino's Offside Trap show right now that we are on and like the video. Please. It will be, I swear to you, I appreciate it so much. I might even give out some free memberships. So please, from Twitter, if you're on Twitter right now, all of you guys watching on Twitter, smash the likes. Go on Rhino MGTV YouTube and smash the likes. I will much appreciate it. But listen, I think we're going to end the show here. Actually, let me go through some comments, actually, because there's a lot of good comments in here as well. Big up those in the chat. But yeah, Traps, what you're saying, spot on, man. Arsenal probably have a chance to nick one of them.
Yeah? We have to remember
Champions League might be a bit techie still.
Yeah, but we have to remember this. Listen, right as it stands right now, they've got 5 games. Yeah. 5 games to win to the Champions League to win the Champions League.
And they got Bayern.
And in reality,
who's home? They're home in it, Emirates. Yeah, go on.
There's 10 games to win the league, 5 games to win the Champions League, 15 games to win them both.
Yeah.
You got to start looking at certain things, and you got to start looking at certain things, man. You got to start looking at what's more feasible. And I just think that if you go for both, you might end up with nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All they have to do is keep us a consistent level of what they've been playing, which they have been doing all season. In the thing, they haven't really got anyone that great to play. Like they've got us to play, they've got City to play, and they've got Spurs to play.
They've got Tottenham to play. Yeah.
If they keep it how it is, if they keep it how it is, they can win the league easily, man. Not easily, but it's just about consistency. But going over to the Champions League and you might take a loss, you might shell shock yourself, and you might come over to, you might carry that into the league, and you might drop some points, and then it just, you know what I mean? It's I think Arsenal have
messy.
Arteta has a decision to make, man.
Yeah, he does, 100%. That's what I'm saying. And big up Sheik as well. We don't want City to do the 4P as well, because we ain't done that. We want to maintain the exclusive kind of accomplishments. And yeah, with Arsenal, 100%, man. I feel like obviously looking at it as a neutral, if I was to take my Man United bias out of it, obviously I made it clear who I prefer to win the league, obviously, and Traps made it clear that he doesn't have no preferences and all of that stuff. We had that debate, so if you want to check that out on episode 2, go and check that out. But yeah, when it comes to the Prem, it should be easier for them to win the Prem than the Champs. The Champs is a bit harder, so I definitely agree with Traps. Let me go through some last comments. Big up the people in the building. Big up George as well. Stretford Gamer. Big up Brian. Big up Brian. He says Madrid versus Bayern semi-final. Kedin says because it's Arsenal. What else do we have here? Vinny versus Ben White. Listen, we love to see it. Because certain man, I'm going to even... Wait, let me write this down, actually. I'm going to save it for the Thursday show. Because I know Thursday show, 8 p.m., you guys, make sure you lock in. We was having a little debate about certain right backs. Yeah.
Wait, what did Said come in this? What did Said have to say?
The side in here, yeah. Let me see.
Scott McTominay. Yeah, Saeed. I see you on Wednesday, mate. Yeah, I see you on Wednesday.
Saeed says Scott McTominay. Yeah, tomorrow. Wednesday's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Listen, I think we're doing the man talk still tomorrow. Yeah,
we're gonna talk.
Listen,
Yeah,
Saeed
serious
says Scott McTominay.
I thought we could do the Scott McTominay chant,
bro.
you know, after what he said. Yeah, after what he said. Let me hear that come out of your mouth.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Yeah, man. Big up Saeed in the chat as well. That's our broski. We'll be on the Mandem Talk tomorrow, 5 p.m. I believe, or 5:15. We'll be there. So make sure you guys lock in.
Big up everyone, man, for coming, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, big up. No, honestly, we appreciate it. David says F City. We need Arsenal to win the league. Unfortunately, Homer McTominay. Yeah, Traps is gonna address it tomorrow. Listen, tomorrow's gonna be interesting. There's still 127 of you in here. Let me see where you guys are watching from just quickly before we close out. I think most of you are on. Yeah, most of you are still on Twitter. There's 71 of you on Twitter. There's 55 of you on YouTube. So please, the 71, most of you, if all of you can go over to the YouTube channel and like the video. I keep saying it because I know sometimes when we say it as you know, content creators, it makes you think, okay, you know what, let me quickly do it. You might be in the middle of something when I said it earlier. So now just go over to YouTube, open the video. One of the mods put up the link in the chat for the YouTube channel. And please go over and like this video because there's 70 of you watching on Twitter. So if all 70 of you can come over to the video and like it on YouTube, we'll have over 100 likes and I'll be so grateful. If you're watching this on the replay, please smash the likes. Make sure you go and follow Traps on TikTok, traps.mufc. Yeah, make sure you give that a follow. And listen, we're going to be back on Thursday. Thursday, 8 p.m. We're going to be we're going to do episode 4. Yeah, and I've titled it Errors Come to an End. So we're going to have an interesting conversation. Errors come to an end, and we're going to do more comparisons, and we'll talk about more of the flops of the week and the stars of the week as well. But yeah, Traps, any last thoughts before we head out?
No, man. I think I said it all.
That's it. Lock in Mandem Talk tomorrow on Side TV. 5 p.m.
Listen, when you don't see Scott McTominay, you remember, yeah? You remember what I said? Yeah?
Traps is here, bruv. You said it. The receipts are here. Errors, not errors. Big up, Steph. Yeah, see, look, a lot of you are liking the video. More of you. Look, we're closing out. All of you guys that are on Twitter, go over to the YouTube page, Rhino MGTV, and like this video right now. So we get over 100 likes. See how quick the likes boosted? Come on, like it. So listen, people, we are out. If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please subscribe. Please put post notifications on. And as I keep saying, please like the video. You get me? Big up everyone in the chat as well. The last few comments as well. Big up Lloyd. Big up Sheik. Big up George. Big up everyone. Steph, everyone. Kadeen, everyone. Big up, man. We appreciate it, man. Right now, all you have to do is tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure your people subscribe to Rhino MGTV. Make sure you follow Traps on TikTok, traps.mefc. All of those on Twitter. Right now, go over to the YouTube, like the video. We are out, people. Peace.
Man with that 20 stack, if my bro see that, you ain't getting that back. And I ain't gonna lie, more time, I don't wanna rap. G-Shot got more bodies than gang, and I bet she's still gonna cap. Slim ting with a waist. Can I look like Kyle, look real? More time with her face on L, look me. Can't get caught up down with big.